my name is Suzette Coyman with Enhance Your Net. Thanks so much for stopping in. I appreciate this, giving you a quick introduction to what success strategies are all about and kind of a overview of what success for business is looking like. So first of all, I wrote a few things up on the board. Hopefully you can see these. There's actually three business plans, or three plans actually, that you need to have in order to be successful. And this is something I find that most companies that fail, they're missing either one or more of these plans. Let's take a look at them, shall we? First of all, you have a business plan. And the business plan, what is that? A lot of people think, oh, that's going to be long and drudgery and all kinds of, financial data and all that. Well, yeah, part of that is a part of it, to find out what you want to do and how you're going to get there, right? Both mainly on a financial status. And then everything else is kind of like briefed over, kind of like, I'm kind of going to get there from this and this and this, point A, B, and C, all right? But then the marketing plan needs to be worked in with that, all right? You have a separate marketing plan so that you can track your progress, you can find out what's working, what's not, what people are needing, because you need to bring value to the market. The more value that you can bring to the market, the more monies you're going to have in your pocket, all right? And we're going to show you in weeks to come, months and years to come, we're going to show you step-by-step things, both on the technical side and the conceptual side of how to approach business, because it does take both parts. And you're going to find through different trainings that we do in the future, you're going to find out what's holding you back. Something you might think, oh, this is technical. Maybe it's actually the conceptual side thing that's actually holding you back. Well, let's go back on track. First of all, as I mentioned, you have the three plans. You have your business plan, the bird's eye, the marketing, which is your map. How am I going to get to your third one, the treasure, okay? Asset plans, how are you going to acquire certain things? What are you going to use of your assets to make it build even more? That's why you need to have an asset plan as well. And also for taxes and things of that nature. And all that will be down the road. I'm just kind of giving you a brief overview. But I wanted to pull out a couple key components that a lot of people seem to overlook. When you're working with business and working with individuals, there's your key point. People, okay? People like to buy from people they like, they trust, and something that they're giving them a value, right? The business might have the brand, they might have the services or the product, but it's the individual that comes through, whether it's your salesperson, whether it's your technical person, tell them how to fix that server or whatever the case may be, is the relationships that are going to make you successful. And that's why marketing over the years have moved from the back room basically to the front room, and they're now starting to put all of your design, your big companies, a lot of are putting all their design and efforts first into the marketing plan, and then let's see what we can do with the financial end on the business plan to pull it all together, right? So, first things first, you have to have a budget. So many people are so haphazardly, think, oh, especially, if they are a one-man show or small business owner type thing, a lot of times they think, well, I'll go to this chamber function or I'll go to this meetup group. That's my network marketing type thing that I'm, networking rather, that I'm able to do so I can make referrals and get contacts and sales and things of that nature. Well, a lot of people are doing the wrong things with the wrong people with the right intentions. We're going to go into detail down the road, showing you how you can get everything in alignment. So when you go to that chamber function, you know who you're going to talk to, why you're going to talk to them. Is it that particular person or maybe the people that they know? And find out those alliances that would be best suited, not only just for you, but for them. It has to be a mutual benefit for that connection. We're going to show you, using technology, how you can actually minimize your cost and make yourself more productive and more professional. Another area, and keep in mind, that's the personal aspect. Again, everything's relationship building, right? Then you're going to have content management. Content management can be both online and also offline. Now, on the online, this is now being considered more like the new SEO, okay, the new approach. You're actually going to have to combine both SEO, search engine optimization, along with content management. But this is creating that attraction marketing. Gone are the days where you're going to be able to pick up the phone and do a lot of cold calling and have the same result that you had back in the 60s and 70s. Now people are doing their research. They're looking things out online, not only at your website but others, doing comparison, learning about things, and so they can pick and choose what they want to work with and who and why. So that's why the content management is so important to you. And again, content management is a subcategory of marketing, and it has to have its own strategy behind it. Because if you're just going out and throwing out information here, information there, not doing any kind of layout, plot, so to speak, a gentleman from LinkedIn, he is one of the marketing heads on LinkedIn, had done a YouTube video presentation not too long ago. And he had talked about how it's a really good idea, how he gave kind of like a scenario of how back in the day, back in the 60s and 70s, you had, these shows coming up and that they could tune in next week, tune in like Gilligan's Island, right? Tune in next week, what's happened, right? And then they decided, you know what, we need to have more engagement with the customer. We need to have them have a reason to come back to see us. And so then they started creating, like soap operas, like, oh, don't miss this series, right? And if you miss that series, you miss a whole week or two, you can still come back and have an idea of what the whole thing's about. Right? Nothing really changed. But the content changed, but the theory or the theme, so to speak, was still the same. Well, they have now added that concept into LinkedIn, for example, so that you can get the most recent news that is relevant to your particular industry at your fingertips, giving a reason for you to come back into LinkedIn and be able to not just network with others, but as far as like, getting jobs and things of that nature, or recruiting somebody, but to actually have them engage more frequently so that you can have more enriched contacts, okay? So you need to have that same philosophy basically when you're creating content for your website or for your business as a whole, having a reason for people to come back to want to see you, to want to get your input. And so we can actually help you in helping you lay out the design, so to speak, or help you in projecting what those areas might be good, for your particular industry or your business, right? And there's, 4 key elements that needs to go into that, and that'll be a separate video, a separate training just on that. So, wrapping up, again, I'd like to thank you for stopping in to see a brief introduction of success strategies, why it's important. You need to put marketing first, put that marketing plan in place. We have both marketing plans that we can actually build for you or with you, or we can help provide the layout or the programs that you can start putting something together yourself. In either case, it's so important to put that strategy in place before you really begin. So keep in mind, you got to have your people first, then your resources, and then your money will follow. And if you keep that in mind, putting people in your marketing, because your marketing deals with your people, you're going to succeed. Looking forward to talking to you soon and chatting with you to see how we might be able to help you in your business. And that's a wrap. Again, this is Suzette with Enhance Your Net. Give us a call. Thanks.